Marvel just released a whole bunch of information about Phase 4 during San Diego Comic Con. And we're just gonna talk about them and just, give our thoughts on what's going on, What's the next phase of Marvel, Alright, so to end off Phase 4, we have She-Hulk. Thoughts on She-Hulk?
I don't really know. I don't even know if I would really want to see a show on Hulk in general. So I don't
know if you would.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to see a show on Hulk, like a live action show on Hulk.
Well,
like I don't.
That's what made Hulk popular in the 80s.
I don't know. I don't know what much could you really. What could you really? I don't know, because when I think of Hulk, I just think of him just breaking shit. That's it. Like he doesn't really have a sense of of consciousness when he's Hulk.
So you're saying they can't make a show?
I don't think he can be the main character. You think so?
Obviously, because they've done it before. And it's not. The whole show isn't the Hulk just walking around being Hulk. It's Bruce Banner. That's the guy.
So Bruce is gonna be. Who's he gonna be fighting?
This show has nothing to do with the Hulk. It's called She-Hulk.
I'm hip. It's just that when I think of the Hulk, She-Hulk, is she gonna have a sense of who she is when she transforms?
So obviously, by what you're saying, you have nothing, no information on She-Hulk, right?
No.
Okay, so she's his cousin. She does a blood transfusion and she gets the powers of the Hulk. She's unlike Hulk. She's able to talk and shit. She's actually cognitive of what's going on, and she's also an attorney. So that's what the show's about. The show's about her being an attorney for superheroes. If they do damage, she fights for them in court or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing about her, she breaks the fourth wall like Deadpool. So she talks to the audience. Yeah, that's pretty much all about her. She just almost doesn't. But she can, unlike Hulk, she can speak while she's talking.
And not to say that Hulk doesn't speak, because we now see that Bruce Banner and Hulk kind of have more of a more chill relationship together. But I guess I would just have to see, because when I watched the Hulk movies, it was alright. It was not that lit.
So, but I don't know. I think they can do a lot with the Hulk. There's a lot of potential with that character that they're not touching because they don't. I'm telling you, the Hulk would be a more prevalent character if they don't. But anyways, but yeah, She-Hulk, show coming out. It's coming out soon, so we'll talk more about it. November 11th, the Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. We saw the trailer. What are you thinking about the?
So, I think this movie could be good. The trailer obviously looked good because Marvel always does really good trailers, like you said. We all know Chadwick is gone, which is kind of sad, and I wonder how that's gonna affect the movie overall. Is it really gonna just tarnish the whole movie that the actual Black Panther is not there no more, or this new Black Panther that we're getting? Is she gonna be an even better performance? Because even though Chadwick was Black Panther, I feel like the only time when Black Panther really shined was when we were watching I think it was the Civil War movie, right?
Yeah, I agree.
I felt like when I was watching the original Black Panther, I wasn't even focused on Chadwick. I was more focused on the side characters, like the woman with the staff. I forgot her name. I feel like the action, even with the action scenes, no one was really focusing on Chadwick's performance. I feel like I wasn't focusing. I was focusing on the characters around him more so than him.
I agree. I don't think his performance was the greatest, but lot of weight when it comes to just him like just Chadwick himself, just him being a great actor and shit. I feel like without him in that film, I don't know how well that film would have worked out. Just because Chadwick is just such a good person, like a cool dude, and like he's such a great actor. So of course, like I do agree that his performance in Civil War was better, but at the same time, I do think that yeah, it's definitely hard to carry him. So and it is dope that they shine more light on the side characters, because most of the time those are like the most important characters to the story. But I personally, I don't know about this film. The only reason why I don't know about this film is because there's a lot of issues going on that a lot of people are talking about. That a lot of reshoots are being done. Whenever reshoots are being done with a movie, most of the time it's not good. So from what I gathered from the trailer, they're gonna be fighting Namor and the Atlanteans. I don't know what that is. Underwater niggas. So they're gonna be fighting them. And I'm surprised that in the film they killed Chadwick off. But that makes sense, I guess. But my main issue is I feel like imagine if Iron Man 2 there was just another Iron Man. You know?
Yeah.
I personally feel like with what I've seen from Phase 4, I do not think they're gonna stick this landing. I'm not saying that movie's not gonna be good. I'm just saying, is it gonna be a well send off for Chadwick? Is it gonna be a actual proper sequel? Is it like there's a lot of elements that I'm looking for that from what I've seen and heard, I don't think it will reach the expectations that people are putting on this film. People are already saying it's the best Marvel film, even though it didn't even come out yet. It's like the hype for this film is gonna blow past the action film, and I feel like it's gonna be another round 2 of the first Black Panther, like where people are just like, oh, yep, this movie's great, yep, that's it. Like nobody will actually dive into like the plot and shit, like character development, and, like just shit like that, shit that's actually important to films, but that isn't important to Marvel. Does that make sense?
I know everyone that disappeared from the Infinity Stones is back, but he was one of the people that disappeared, right? Yeah. I feel like in this movie they have to show a death scene.
Chadwick?
Yeah, I feel like they have to show him, like him facing the enemy and him dying.
But none of that will be anything they show won't be a satisfactory ending from what we've seen with the last Black Panther film. Like what it was being set up. So like the first movie was setting something up, like, oh, Wakanda, everybody knows about Wakanda now, they're about to start spreading their vibranium around or whatever. And I feel like that all that stuff that it was building up, I don't think they're going to continue with the second. From what I've seen, it's definitely like political, like the way she was talking up this big stage, or something like the countries of the world knows about them a lot. So it's like it definitely seems like it's gonna be political. I just feel like personally, I don't think.
But there's this thing that movies do where, like, say if the actor did die,
yeah, they
jump around it by saying, "Oh, he's here, he's doing this," yeah. And then or you'll see something like, he ended up dying, and then they never show you how he ends up dying or anything like that. I feel like instead of trying to avoid the problem, I think it's best to show that character is not coming back. That way, I feel like that's the proper way to pass on a mantle. And even if he dies, it's not disrespecting him.
No, definitely not.
Just do it in a way that looks really, really heroic, I believe. I feel like if you do a scene where it looks really heroic, of course they're gonna have to do a lot of CGI. You know what I mean? They're gonna have to find someone that looks like them. But
yeah, no, definitely address the issue. But the fact that people, but the thing is, like I said, you have to address the issue. But the key word is that it's an issue. You know what I mean? Like the Black Panther is not a part of this film, right? So they're going to be scrambling between the characters that we like, the side characters. They're going to be scrambling between them to try to find whoever is going to be fitting that role, right? So let's talk about it. The sister, does she deserve that? I don't think so. Me personally, I think it would have been cooler for her to be her own character, not to pick up the mantle. Even though in the comics she does pick up the mantle as the Black Panther. His girlfriend, I don't think she would be a good Panther. Maybe the bald chick, I forget her name. Michonne from Walking Dead.
she seemed like she would be the next candidate. She seems like she's a warrior. Like she can handle herself.
Well, what's weird is that the thing they set up in the first film is that they never really explain why they don't give any of them the Black Panther powers. But I feel like they explain something like maybe it's like a royalty thing. But I don't know. I haven't seen that movie in a while.
Well, I don't believe that's the case because anyone can fight for the throne.
Exactly. I don't know.
I think as long as you're part of the royal family, though, if no one's fighting against it, then the next person in line to become, I guess, the leader of the country is the sister. Would it not be? Because she's the sibling.
Yeah, but we don't know how. Even though they, like, I'm not trying to go on a rant on the movie because it talks about how it's how it's so far past civilized than everybody else, but they're doing trial by combat and they're still using sticks and spears and shit. So that's why it's like I don't know. I truly don't know. Like it could be that, or it could be it could be a lineage thing, or it could be anybody could be a thing. That makes sense. I truly don't know because they didn't explain it that well. And also, if you forgot, Killmonger destroyed all the planes. But
I just remember that.
Yeah. Anywho, we'll talk about that movie. Phase 5. That's the end of Phase 4. Phase 5. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumanium. Thoughts on that?
I'm not interested in Ant-Man. I'm just not interested.
What's wrong?
Well, when I watched Ant-Man and the Wasp, it was not enjoyable at all. Like I did not care about it at all. Like it just wasn't fun. It wasn't like the action wasn't like fun to me. The most thing I would like is probably the humor with the main character. But other than that, I didn't care about the story. I didn't care that they were fighting over a building. I just didn't care.
Well, yeah, that movie is not good. But it was just a setup. It was just a setup. Time travel. But yeah, I really liked the first Ant-Man. I really liked it. I think it was a gem in all the, I think it was phases. It was really funny, really enjoyable, really unique. The second film was a lot of filler. You could just see it on like who was the villain, like who was like you could just see it. So it seems like they heard a lot of the feedback from the second film, and they're making this movie very important because this is going to be the first time we will see Kang. That's what they said. It's going to be the first time we see Kang. So it's going to be like the setup to. So this is going to be like the first time we saw Thanos. You know what I mean? But other than that, I don't.
The thing about this this phase, I feel like the Avengers was more like directed. It was more of like, okay, we're focusing on just the Avengers, but here it's kind of all over the place. We're focusing on She-Hulk. How's she gonna be involved? Is there gonna be like a whole new Avenger group that's showing up?
Oh, and side note, She-Hulk, Daredevil's good.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that. The Daredevil. Yeah, I'm waiting for the Daredevil show. That's what I'm waiting for.
Alright, so we on that list. Next is gonna be the show Secret Invasion. So I know, obviously, you know nothing about Secret Invasion. So I'm going to tell you what it is about in the comics. I don't know what the show, the movie, the show is gonna be. But I know it's gonna be starring Samuel and them.
Yeah, Nick Fury. Yeah, I seen that.
So in the comics, involves like pretty much like a long-term invasion of Earth by the Skrulls. We find out that a lot of people, like Captain America was a Skrull. Like a lot of people that we knew in the as like heroes in the comics, they were actually Skrulls. They were like kidnapped and then like people took their place. So we saw a lot of the Skrulls in Miss Marvel. And then I know you don't get this. Far From Home, the second Spider-Man movie. Nick Fury wasn't there the whole time. It was a Skrull the whole time. I don't know if you remember that. So,
yeah, I didn't remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So like they've been setting up the Skrulls, and the Skrulls is one of the dopest Marvel villains. They're like an alien race and shit. They can like mutate themselves and shit. Super Skrull's fire. I fuck with that nigga in Marvel vs. Capcom. But yeah, so it's about the Skrulls. So it's gonna be another time where we find out that that is the secret organization controlling everything behind the scenes. Kind of like Hydra, kind of like the Ten Rings, you know, kind of like Black Widow.
Do you think it's gonna touch on when Nick Fury was actually changed? Like when did the Skrull actually take over Nick Fury?
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah.
Because like when you bring that back up, I think about it. I'm like, so when was it ever really Nick Fury? Like when did he?
So
take over?
In the movie, it does. You see him. He pretty much they use it as a gag. They pretty much say they sent the Skrulls because Nick Fury wanted to go on a vacation. That was like a joke. So I don't know if that's gonna actually be anything. Who knows? But yeah, I don't know. It's a show. Another 6. I'm assuming 6 episodes. You know, hopefully it's good. Samuel L. Jackson in the series. Who knows? It could be good. I don't really have anything to say about it. But yeah, next is gonna be the third of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
I'm excited for that one. I can't. Every Guardians of the Galaxy movies I've seen were good. I like the first one. I think you said you had some problems with the second one, but I like the second one too. I thought it was just as good as the first one. The third one, I could see it being good as well. Typically, third movies aren't top tier, but I have faith.
James Gunn says this is the last time Guardians of the Galaxy it's over. So, you know, hopefully. I just hopefully it's a good ending. That's all I can really ask for. The second film wasn't my cup of tea, but that doesn't mean it was a bad film. James Gunn is a great director. I loved Suicide Squad movie he did, so it's not like he can't make a good movie. It's just sometimes I guess it's like the seriousness of that plot is undermined by the comic, which Marvel does that a lot. So it's like I can't blame him.
But the reason why I didn't see that as an extreme issue is because I feel like the comedy was at that level in the first movie, so I wasn't expecting it to be any different in the second movie.
I mean, I get it. It's just we we find out that the main nigga we were following the whole time was a fucking space god. Like you know, there's a lot, and the fact that his dad was fucking bitches from every planet and had multiple kids. There's just a lot of elements that I feel like, I don't know, especially because we know how important his mother is to Star-Lord, that we just, you know, would have got a little bit more.
What do they call them? Celestial beings?
Yeah.
Isn't it, I know I'm probably gonna get this wrong. Isn't it Thanos, man?
No.
What's his race?
So Thanos is a fusion of an Eternal and the monsters that the Eternal was fighting. What's that called? Deviants? Yeah.
Deviants, yeah.
So he's like a mixture of those two.
So hold on. So he's a mixture of what? So the Deviants and what else?
And Eternal.
So they weren't celestial beings in that Eternal movie?
Well, yeah, the giant niggas that were, you know.
I thought I could have swore like you said like one of them was like one of the characters that showed up at the end was like
brother, yeah.
brother. I thought you said he was like a celestial being as well.
Nah, he's another Eternal from a different planet.
Okay.
Yeah, I think his name is Fox. Anywho, nothing really more to say about Guardians 3. Hopefully it's good. At the baseline, before like we continue, at the baseline, I feel like all of these will be okay. Like you know what I mean? Like I just hope that it can. So hopefully some of these can reach above okay in mind. What's it called? Next, we're getting Echo, the series. Thoughts?
Echo, I really liked her fighting scenes in that wasn't Daredevil, no. Where it was Iron Fist, right? Hold on.
I'm gonna let you.
Yo, wasn't it Fisk in the show though?
Maybe yeah, I think it was.
This was in the show. I don't remember where she's from. Oh, it was a Hawkeye show. Oh, that's crazy. I mixed two shows together. But I loved her fighting scene, and I like the story of why she wanted to basically fight Hawkeye.
What was it? What was the story?
So basically, Hawkeye had his another persona as a villain. Technically, he was kind of like a mercenary, right? And he ended up killing Echo. I guess that's going to be her hero name, whatever. His father, and she wanted to take revenge on him. But her father wasn't really a good person, though, right? Wasn't he like dealing drugs and stuff like that?
I mean, he didn't kill innocent people.
Yeah.
So, there's that. But yeah, I can argue that
Well, disabled people need love too.
That's fire. That's fine. It's just, like I said, very basic, very cookie cutter. You know, I'm not looking forward to this shit at all. Seriously.
You don't think it could be a good show?
There's only one saving grace for the show, and it is Daredevil again.
He said Daredevil.
He's going to appear in the show again, and that's going to be the saving grace. There is nothing you can tell me about Echo. You can't tell me nothing about the character.
That's why I'm open to it. That's why I'm so open to it. Like, you don't think they can be like this a new product given to you that can just be really good?
So right. I'm willing to take a chance on a new character. I would love that. Like, you know, that's why I was so open to Moon Knight. I was open to new characters. When you bring in a character from a bad show and give them a spin-off, right? I'm going to assume that spin-off is going to be bad. That's just me personally, right?
Mhm.
So there was nothing. There was nothing There was nothing outstanding about that character for them to get a spinoff, but yet they got a spinoff. It's like they bring them into the show just to give them a spinoff. You know, there's just a lot of questions that I have. It's just like Echo. You gotta watch that new Echo episode. Like, fuck that nigga.
No. What was the issue with Hawkeye? Why did you hate that one?
I don't hate. The only show I hated was Loki. I hated Loki. I hated.
You hated Loki, but you
Hate.
hate Wanda?
I don't hate Wonder Woman. I thought it was trash. Trash. Hate. I can't hate Wanda if I never fucked with her. I fucked with Loki, and look what they're doing to my boy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Hawkeye. I don't like that show. One, because did they give an ending to Hawkeye in your opinion? Like, well, this is it. He's done. Final, like a nice little rose on top. Like,
I wouldn't say he really had an ending. I would say that he's just on like vacation.
Oh, word. So that Kate Bush though, right? She was fired, right? No. Okay. She's just better than him at everything. Isn't that weird? A teenager.
Kate Bush is the little girl, right?
Yeah.
Okay. No, yeah, that's weird. I don't think she's better than him in everything. They just
You don't think so?
they gave her more shine in certain scenes. But
That's weird. Hold on. Quick, I don't want to cut you off. They gave her more shine in a show called Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Kind of like they gave Loki's sister, fucking the girl that he was to fuck, or whatever the fuck. They gave her more shine than Loki. It's weird. Like, it's weird how shit is like repeating itself. The issues that I'm having are in multiple shows. You know what I mean?
Because when you would watch the fighting scenes, she wasn't like Hawkeye was really like fighting like the tough opponents, I would say, and then like she would be put in a scenario where she would have like a Hawkeye gadget or something that would benefit her, that would help her.
So you want to know why I feel like they did that? Because it wouldn't have made any sense. But there's multiple scenes in this show where she's taking on 5 niggas and she handles them. That doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense what the fuck they say in the first episode. Oh, she was a black belt in Taekwondo, Tai Chi. Oh, she's the greatest archer from. Like, I don't give a fuck. That shit. Like, bro, that shit is like. That's that forced character development, honest. Like, when it's like a big thing in Hollywood is like it's called show don't tell, and they do a lot of telling in that show. They do a lot of telling, like telling us what's going on instead of showing us what's going on. You know what I mean? But anyways, Echo. Hopefully, it's good. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. And that show can not come out, and I wouldn't care. Like, you know what I mean? There's nothing. Like, it's not pushing the plot forward. It's not doing nothing. There's nothing that interests me in that show.
But when it comes to archery too, like, you gotta be really skilled. Just because you can shoot like standing still, you gotta be really skilled in order to shoot while moving. Because like there's even like special techniques you gotta do for like horseback riding it and shooting arrows and stuff like that. So I could see why you're like, why is she better than him? They never said she was better though. It's just that like certain scenes.
It's just you don't have to say it. It's one of those things that like they didn't say that the other Loki was better than him. It's just it is what it is. Like you see it in the show.
Well, what did Hawkeye do that made him look like he was lacking?
So there was I think 2 or 3 scenes where she saved him, which I don't have any issue with that. I just feel like it comes down one obviously to the plot how she somehow got her hands on the suit, and then she was like, oh fuck it, let me just go outside and save people, like let me just be a hero, and then somehow comes down the street with Hawkeye just being there. Like there's just a lot of contrivances that it just so happens that she is the focus of the show. Like she is the focus of the show.
She is the main focus. Yeah, I would agree 100% with that.
Yeah, she is like without her, the show wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? And it feels like it's just a spit into the face of Hawkeye.
Okay. When you put it that way, I get it. Don't call the show Hawkeye. Hawkeye is not going to be like a main. He definitely didn't feel like a main character in the show. He felt like a side character. I 100% agree with that.
And it's funny how we got more development on his family and shit in Endgame than we did in that show. That's weird. Like I don't know. It's just me personally. What the fuck is the point of giving this thing a show? Like, what are we talking about? What are we doing right now?
Okay, when you put it that way, like I wasn't thinking about it that way, but when you put it that way, it's like it is called Hawkeye, and Hawkeye is a side character. I'm not even calling him a main. I'm calling him a side character. She's the main character.
But hey, whatever. People like that. I'm just let them rock. Like, it's whatever. I'm not even a Hawkeye fan. I don't give a fuck. They can stop showing that nigga. I don't give a fuck.
I gave the. Didn't we rate that before?
I don't remember.
I don't know, but I think I would give it like. Doesn't matter what I remember. I'll give it like a good 7.5. I enjoyed the show.
Alright, next.
Because Hawkeye never got signed to begin with, so.
That's true. The greatest show is getting a season 2. Loki, let's get it.
Yo, why you capping, bro?
What's your thoughts on season 2?
I can't wait, bro.
Yeah. What can't you wait for?
I don't think the ending's gonna. The thing is, I don't know how soon what happened at season 1 is gonna correlate with what goes on in season 2, though.
It's gonna pick up right after.
Right after, like he's gonna be the main bad. I think it could be interesting though, because like I thought the first season it was well done when it came to action and humor. It wasn't too much humor. I feel like it was just right. I feel like the character Sylvia, who you hate, is a cool character. I think Loki's a cool character,
yeah,
even though
Loki was a cool character. Facts.
I think he's gonna get there, bro. You just gotta give him some time.
He's gonna get where?
He's gonna be the Loki, the trickster, god of
That's dead, bro. That's dead. That nigga's gone. He's gone. We will never see that nigga again. I promise you. We will never see that nigga again. He is gone.
You don't think he's gonna be like? What do you think he's like a Who's that guy? You think he's like a Huey now?
What do you mean?
The boys like useless. Like he's just a useless character. Like he didn't put no like effort into. They gave him something, bro. Like he didn't.
What I'm saying is, Thor won to the end of Endgame. That Loki, we'll never get that again.
Okay, you gotta take into consideration what happened now. We're dealing in a series where Infinity Stones can be found in your freaking desk. You know what I mean? You gotta give it time. You gotta give it time, bro. He just got to a world where he.
But what I'm saying is, you're saying give it time to for what? For him to beat his old self again? That doesn't even make sense.
Bro, if you step in war, right, without knowing the playing field, you're not gonna be nice, bro.
I'm not expecting him to be nice.
He's not gonna be like the Loki who can plan things when he was just like zapped into a different universe. And then he was just exposed to that Infinity Stones mean truly nothing kind of to these people, that he has to deal with all these other versions of himself. And you gotta take consideration that Sylvia is also a Loki, so she's just as possibly as strong as this Loki, because it's another version of himself, right?
Facts. But it's weird how when he went to that planet full of Lokis, all the niggas are bots. Isn't that weird?
I mean, there's gonna be bot Rodneys, right?
Facts. But the girl Rodney, she's nice. right?
Why does it matter that she's a girl?
My point is, it's literally like it's a stigma of having the female side character outshine the main character. That's one of my issues that I have with Hawkeye. You called the show Loki, and the whole plot barely revolves around him. And just like you said, you can't take it back. You literally said it in the door review. You saw the decline in his character.
Yeah, the decline. So in this show, it declined his intellect. I would say it wouldn't show that he was.
But why did they do that? Why did they do that?
Because he was in a different setting, bro. He's in a whole different setting. Like all those times when you seen him in those Avenger movies, he knew somewhat of what was going on. When he came here, he had no idea what was legit going on in that universe, bro. That's like going into a maze that you've never been in before, and you're like, oh, I should know what to do as soon as I get here.
So let's use that as the same argument, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's take you and put you in a battlefield. Is your character gonna change? Is the person you are going to truly change? Are you gonna be completely different from the person you are? Like, is that gonna completely change you?
No, that's not. I mean, it's not, it could change me. Going into a battlefield does change people. But for Loki, I wouldn't think bringing Loki.
Technically, the reason why I said battlefield is because you said battlefield. There was no battlefield. He became like a cop. Like, he wasn't doing that.
So with Loki, I would say he's been in extreme situations, so it's going to be really hard to change his character.
Yeah.
But I feel like this setting is an extreme enough situation where he can't be the Loki that we know him to be yet.
Yeah, we're expecting character development, right?
Yeah.
And did you get that in this show? You got character development.
So, where was there no character development? I mean, we seen that, like, we could tell that he was honestly a good person, that he wanted to be a better person, but
we got that in Endgame.
That's true. It's true, but it just dived more into it.
We truly find out in the show that nothing matters. That's what we really find out. That's what we really find out everything that we've seen previous truly didn't matter. It was all a part of this one man's plan. That's what we find out. And as a fan of from all the characters, like the what's his name, Doctor Strange doing there's only one way to beat Thanos, like all the things that we've seen, all the character choices, they meant nothing. All like the main thing that we were chasing after these Infinity Stones are nothing. Everything we went through, all the deaths were for nothing.
But there's levels to shit, bro.
Explain how like what
just because it didn't mean shit to them, to the people on top, doesn't mean it didn't mean shit to us. It's like we're dealing with like a higher being. Of course, when you can reach to a more higher being, shit that doesn't mean shit to them is gonna be totally different to shit that means different to us.
That's a good point. So how do we go back, right? So everything that happened in Miss Marvel was a part of King's plan, right? Or not? Everything that happened in Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness is a part of King's plan, or not?
I mean, it has to be. The way how they portray him, he's all seeing, all knowing of what's gonna happen.
You see how that breaks the universe? How the tension is gone. All of it. Everything. The death. Alright, so, like I was saying, right? So, picture this though. I feel like this is gonna be more of a better explanation. So, as an audience member, right, you find out, you go through the ups and downs, the emotions, right? You learn all the stuff about these characters, right? And then you reach that higher level, and you're pulled out, and you're showed that everything that we've seen prior is meaningless, right? So then you're pulled out of that and brought back to the real world. How do you move forward from finding out that literally that that there's people that if you fuck up a timeline, they'll pop up and fuck you up or whatever, right? You find out all this shit, which I can't. I don't even want to dive into that because that shit don't make sense. Because why didn't they fuck with the Avengers when they were fucking with time, right? It contradicts a lot of what was said prior. How are we gonna take any of the stakes going forward serious?
I see what you're saying. That like basically it's destiny. So they're destined to take these actions, but just because it's destiny, as you say it is, doesn't necessarily mean that those actions didn't need to be done. So let me give you an example. Say if they didn't stop Thanos and obtain those Infinity Stones, no matter how irrelevant it is to people higher above, to us it's like we got all of our characters back. We got Black Panther. We got who else was gone? Spider-Man. So those are relevant things that those stakes don't go away just because it's part of someone's higher plan. We still got those people back, and we still lost those people in doing that moment. I think it's more of a perspective thing on how you look at it, though.
So, like you say, during that moment, right? But then we find out that it was somebody's plan for them to always come back, so that death didn't mean. So that Doctor Strange doing that, I went 2000, it was Cap. You know what I mean? Like, bro, like, if you do like a real deep dive into like the shit that they spewing in that show, it ruins for me, and I know for a lot of people, it ruined a lot of the stakes that were put on what's going on prior and what's going to move forward. It's kind of and it's a weird example, but finding out Goku can turn Super Saiyan. Eventually, once everybody became Super Saiyan, anything under that didn't mean shit. All those Yamcha, all those bum ass niggas, like, you know, like it's like, and then once they reach Super Saiyan God, anybody that could turn Super Saiyan 1 to 2 was a bot. 1 to 2 is a bot. All them niggas is bums. So it's like, it just like imagine if you find out that like Goku was always supposed to turn Super Saiyan, like he was always meant to die and then come back. He was always meant to, like, all that shit's just like, what? Like it would mean way more if those sacrifices were something truly the character wanted to do and not a move in somebody playing chess. AJ, this shit crazy. That's my argument.
So by the end of the show, did he say that he manipulated time?
Everything. He said he knew everything up to that point where she killed him. He knew everything. He made, and it's not that he knew. He said he made it so it could happen. So he made it so that the female Loki can escape the prison. He made it so that Loki can find the time stone and disappear during Endgame, and like he made sure all that could happen.
So that way they can lead. They can be the new people to be the guardian of time.
Yeah, if they didn't kill him, I'm pretty sure it was. If you don't kill me, I'll let you become the guardians of the time or whatever. But if you kill me, it'll branch out and my evil versions of myself will come or whatever. That's what Kang is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't want to dive too deep into the show, but I'm saying it now. I'm not watching season 2. Don't ask me.
You're not watching it? That's wild. Damn. I see where you're coming from. How it takes away like everything that we kind of watched. Like it says it's basically saying that everything we've seen was planned by this dude, and all that what happened didn't matter. But
it doesn't take away the enjoyment. It takes away the stakes, and I feel like the stakes in Marvel movies are issues, right? Like we just watched Thor: Love and Thunder. The nigga was killing gods. None of them cared. Zeus, I don't give a fuck. I just want to have orgies. There's a lot of stakes in these these films that are super heavy. Eternals, the world is about to end, right? All those stakes, I feel like, Kang didn't want that to happen, so we're good.
But when you think about it, there is like a higher being, right?
There's always a
isn't
higher
he considered like? So who's the Watcher?
He's higher than him. Just one of those
There's always that being, bro. That's just way above everything. To them, it's gonna look like it's just a video game. Like,
but it's even in his name, the Watcher. He just watches. Kang didn't. He made sure Tony's mother fucked so Tony could be born and Tony could fight them. Like, he made that happen. These are facts. I'm just telling you what he said. What he said. He said all that. Like, he did it. What am I supposed to? I'm supposed to be like, oh, nah. Those are still choices from the characters. Like Tony, he had to sacrifice. Like, he made that decision because of all the character development we've had from Iron Man 1 all the way to Endgame. He made that decision. He sacrificed his life. Iron Man truly had a heart. No, he really didn't.
So you're saying he made Tony have a heart?
Well, the outcomes wouldn't have been an outcome without him. So the outcome of him having a heart is all a part of his plan, is it not? These are. I'm just taking words from him, bro. That's what he said.
I guess I can see why you're mad. You're mad about it, but I think I have the ability like understand that, but while I'm watching the other films, I'm able to disassociate that with the other film.
I hear you.
Considering nothing, but in reality, if he said like the way how you're saying it, and he did say it that way, because I remember watching the show, it does take away the factor of it being serious, more serious than it actually is. But to God, things are less serious. You know what I mean? And I think they're trying to.
Is he really a god? The man's not stabbed.
He's not a god. He was a mortal being that just used science to become basically essentially a god.
Which, if you really dissect that shit don't make sense either. Right? He's a nigga. That shit don't make sense either.
He was a really intelligent dude though.
Oh, yeah. He was intelligent. That's true. But how the fuck did he control the universe? How? He's like Tony couldn't do it. He was the smartest thing on that planet. I'm assuming.
I'm assuming he must be like the smartest guy in the universe. That's what I'm assuming.
That's real contrived. That's, you know what I mean?
Because that's what he was making it out to be. Like, in order to create something like that, in order for you to create a whole space where you can watch literally time itself and manipulate timelines, you gotta be one of the smartest human beings in the world. Like, you gotta really understand how the world works.
Anyways, let's stick it to the show. But yeah, main issues, the Kang stuff and the Loki stuff, which are the meat and potatoes of the show.
Well, isn't it Kang? But isn't it Kang that? So is his Kang character not like that? Is he not like an all-seeing being, or?
So he's just like I'm pretty sure he's the son of Mr. Fantastic or something like that, or descendant. But yeah, he's just like somebody from the future who figured out time travel. He's just been going out time and shit. But even though I don't know, I've only seen Kang a couple times in like shows and games and shit. I don't know a lot about him. I just know that he's a time traveler and he's like a big bad. Like, he's one of those like Thanos type bads. Mm-hmm. So AJ, this shit crazy. And I know that the one like the King we saw on the show was just one version. Like, that's not the real King we're gonna be fighting or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just there's a level of believability for me that I feel like when you're running out of ideas, you kind of just aim for the skies, go for the stars. And I feel like they truly didn't have nothing for Loki to do, but they wanted to introduce Kang somehow, so they brought in Loki to do that, right? But at the same time, shitting on Loki. So it's like, why?
But
did they?
I feel like if they wanted to introduce Kane, they didn't have to be extreme measures like this.
No, I agree, but they didn't. So there's nothing to say about that. Anyways, the next topic. I mean, the next show. No, it's a movie. The Marvels. Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, and the black chick from WandaVision, the Afro.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Thoughts?
I don't know. I don't think it's probably gonna be interesting. I didn't like Captain Marvel. This Marvel, I thought it was mid. I mean, it was 7. I gave it 7.
So there's a theory, right? When Captain Marvel first released, it was in between. It was Infinity War, Captain Marvel, and then Endgame, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there was this theory going around that because of all the negative, so there was a theory that there was 2 versions of Endgame. One where Captain Marvel is a huge part, like a huge presence of the like the ending, like whether it's like her being there more, fighting more, like she's just more of a main character. And then there's another one where she's not there, which is the one we got, where she was like, "Oh, I'm out saving other planets or whatever." And they're saying that we got that version is because of all the negative backlash that she got from her film, whether it was a lot of the shit she was saying. She was saying, "Oh, white guys shouldn't review superhero movies," some stupid shit like that. She was being like a super hardcore feminist and making it really funny, right? So yeah, so because of that, they cut her part down in Endgame, which you could clearly tell she was meant for more. Because one, before Samuel Jackson's dying, he called her. So it's like she was obviously something serious, like last minute, like, you know what I mean, type shit. That 2, she's stronger than every nigga in the Avengers. You know what I mean? So it's like there was a lot of things that it seems like they were, and she was very. I remember when the first trailer came out, she was very like heavily in it. You know what I mean? But move down a little forward, we find out that a lot of people don't like. I guess people don't really like the actress a lot. So they literally demoted her. This was called Captain Marvel 2. They demoted her and put Miss Marvel and that black chick in it and called it the Marvels.
Hold on. So she's not gonna get a whole second second movie?
This is her second movie.
That's disrespect.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So it's gonna be her.
I thought she was gonna get her own movie, but then that too.
No, this is her second movie. But yeah, the first one wasn't good. I'm assuming the second was not good. But I'm gonna wait until the trailer tells me. You know, I'll wait. We'll see. Who knows? I like Captain Marvel's powers. She's very strong, and I like how she glows and shit. Like that shit's cool. You know? But everything else wasn't in person. But yeah, that's fun. That's on that topic. In the fall, we're getting an Ironheart series. And let me guess, you don't know shit about Ironheart.
I don't know shit about that shit.
So yeah, Google Ironheart. So Ironheart is pretty much a black shorty. She becomes the new Iron Man.
What?
Yeah.
I've never heard of this character ever.
She's very niche. Yeah, but she becomes the new Iron Man. You know, Ironheart.
Is she like, is she super smart?
Yeah.
Did she create her own Iron Man suit?
Yeah. Fun fact: we actually see her in the trailer for Black
Yo.
Panther. Can you hear me?
You hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
It's raining. No. What's it called? Fun fact: we actually see her in the trailer for Black Panther. There's a scene where like somebody's melding wood, melding like metal, and then like they meld out like a heart. That's her.
Mm-hmm.
She's in this. She's in Black Panther.
Oh, so she's from
No,
she's not from Wakanda.
unless they make her. Sure. Why not? You know, just another character being replaced by a female. I don't have an issue with it. I'm just pointing it out. Next, we have Blade, which was rumored to be a show at first, but it seems like it's about to be a movie, which is. I want to be excited for this movie. That's all I'm gonna say. I want to be excited.
Well, that doesn't sound convincing. Like, you don't think it's gonna be good?
So right, let's run it back. Right. Phase 4. Black Widow. Shang-Chi. Spider-Man? Was it Spider-Man before Shang-Chi? No. I'm gonna just Spider-Man in there. Not Black Panther. Thor. Doctor Strange. So, right, you gotta just think, right? What's going on in Phase 4, right? Phase 4 has not been good, in my opinion, and I don't think I'm the only one because the box office has been pretty bad for a lot of the Marvel movies recently. Right? Even something that did get me more excited was they recently said that they're gonna be putting rated R movies on Disney Plus because people thought like they wouldn't do that, obviously, and they thought like they were gonna bring over the Daredevil show and like edit it so there's no blood or whatever. But they said they wouldn't do that. So hopefully this movie's rated R because vampire blood, you know.
Yeah.
But they could do what they did in Morbius. Have you seen Morbius?
I haven't seen Morbius yet. No.
Morbius is blue blood. Blue. Right? Better than that? You know?
He was sucking human blood that was blue?
No, but the blood that he was drinking was blue. It was like so he didn't have to. So, so I don't think this movie's gonna be rated R, which is already a tough one. It doesn't have to be rated R, but I personally want it to be, right? We're not gonna have what's his name? The nigga from the last movie. He's gonna be a whole new nigga, right? Whole new storyline.
Yeah, we're not gonna have Wesley.
No Wesley, right? Also, this is gonna be another section of Marvel that they haven't touched upon, like the undead, the werewolves, and shit like that. You know what I mean? Which is gonna be like, how well are they gonna pull that off? You know? So there's just a lot of elements that I'm like, I hope it's good. I'm not saying it's gonna be bad. I just hope it's good because the first Blade movie stands up to today. It stands up to the test of time. It's still a great movie. I don't know if I can say the same for this one.
The first two Blade movies were fire.
The second one was good. I don't think it was fire.
The third one was just alright.
Yeah. The reason why I said the second one was good is not fire is because if you watch it now, the CGI really shits over a lot of them. It's really bad. Like the CGI is terrible in that film. And they didn't use a lot of CGI in the first film, so that should show you, like, you know. But anyways, yeah. Hopefully it's good. We heard Blade's voice at the end of Eternals. Liar. But yeah. Next, we have a show. It's called Agatha, Coven of Chaos.
Next.
At least we're on the same page, right? Next, we have Daredevil Born Again.
I'm ready for that one. I haven't been disappointed by Daredevil.
You wanna know why, though? You wanna know why?
What?
Because that was Netflix. This is Disney Plus.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. they're gonna dummy it down. Yeah. I see what you're saying there. I forgot that they took that character away. They took all those characters like Jessica Jones, all of them, and put it onto Disney. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's great.
Those sick ass action scenes, like the blood and all this. I don't know. It's Born Again. He's born again. So it's not the same one we got. It was a new nigga. He's born again. Me personally, I think they should not make another show. I think they should take him and just drop him into Marvel movies. Does that make sense? Until he gets his own Marvel show.
Yeah.
I think he's such a great character that he deserves more. The reason why he got a show in the first place is because the movie prior to that was ass. You know what I mean? Because the show is so good, I feel like he is able to bump himself up. I can see him in a full-fledged movie. But no, we're getting a reboot / rehash of what Netflix did, which they obviously can't pull that off because a lot of dark topics in that show.
I really could see him in a. The only person I can really compare him to is Batman. I can see him like in a Dark Knight movie, like that type of style. Like,
can you imagine Daredevil, but it's the Batman?
Yeah.
Like, bruh. Anyways, yeah. I don't know if it's good. That's all I'm saying. Next, we have Captain America: New World Order.
Yeah, what's up with that sign? Why he had to do that for?
Because he's one of us, Yes, sir. Given
Wakanda forever.
Given a pretty solid character somebody else's mantle. What's it called?
It seems like you don't like mantles being passed over.
Okay, so it's funny you say that because I actually love that. That's one of my main things that I love about DC. The fact that it's not really the person, it's more the persona or...
You said DC though, right?
Yeah, DC. Like, that's one of the staples of their thing. Like, there's multiple Wonder Womans, there's multiple Batmans, there's multiple, you know what I mean? The reason why I'm not enjoying it in this is because, like I said before, it seemed obviously not with Falcon and Captain America because they actually fuck with Cap, they actually fuck with Iron Man, unlike the other third Avenger that started it. They actually fuck with them. So but the thing about it is that I feel like they did it. They made him Captain America because, and it's funny because in the show he's talking about like, I'm a black man in Captain America suit. Like, he's like, he's just doing all that, and it feels like they made him Captain America just so they could be like, alright, word, we got that. That's a black man check. That's what it truly feels like, personally. And I feel like I know Falcon isn't like the greatest character, but he was his own thing. Like, he had his own unique design, he had his own unique thing. Like, and it feels like he's never gonna live up to that potential. So it feels like, and I'm surprised that they're making a fourth film because I know one, it's not gonna do as well as any of the other Captain Americas in the box office, and that's gonna look bad on that character. Like, you know what I mean? It's gonna look bad for him. Like, I feel like they put him in a position where he can't outshine what he has already. If that makes any sense. Like, like he's not gonna be the leader of the Avengers. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's not gonna he's just gonna be like another superhero. Just now his name is Captain America. But yeah, I don't know what to expect out of this film. I'm assuming it has to do with the Secret Wars stuff, because it's called New World Order. So I'm assuming it's gonna be yet another dark secret that we've been running shit the whole time. Never knew it. It was really us. Like, you know, Marvel loved doing that. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully you see Winter Soldier again. That's about it. That's all I got.
I can't really say that I'm excited because the only Captain America film that I liked was the Winter Soldier.
And you like Civil War, so.
Yeah, I like Civil War. That's considered a Captain America movie?
It's called Captain America Civil War.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I like Civil War too.
But we all know why you liked it though, because of everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna dive too deep in that. But next, the Thunderbolts, which I'm assuming, let me know if I'm wrong, you don't know shit about these niggas.
I mean, you explained it to me like a while back. Like you told me about the dude. Was it Black Hulk? Shit. Yeah, Red Hulk. Yeah, and how one dude can literally scream and destroy.
No.
Nope.
So Black Bolts is what you thought I was saying. This show is called the Thunderbolts. So let me explain to you what it is. The Thunderbolts. It's so you know that nigga that's always chasing Bruce Banner. That he's like, I'm the government head nigga. You know, that nigga's in all of the movies. He was in the Civil War movie, like that nigga. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
So in the comics, he turns into Red Hulk, and then he forms this team of people called the Thunderbolts. I know one of the people that's gonna be in it is Abomination's gonna be in the Thunderbolts. The nigga, the fake Captain America from the show, remember?
Yeah.
You remember how that shorty with the glasses pulled up on him? Yeah, Thunderbolts. What's it called? If she doesn't join the Avengers, Black Widow's sister most likely will be in the Thunderbolts. It's like the dark niggas, you know what I mean?
Like Suicide Squad, but for Marvel.
Yeah, I feel like that's too specific because of I don't think they're all in jail or in prison, but yeah, they're just the dark Avengers.
Yeah.
So it's a movie. I wouldn't be surprised if they switch it to a show. But
so we would have watched a show about villains. I mean, a movie about villains. Like, all of them are villains.
Yeah.
Doing terrible stuff, just terrorizing the world.
No. We all know there's something eviler than him. But let's just band together and be friends to stop this evil or evil. You know?
And actually, I think I did do some reading on them, and some of them were disguising themselves as heroes at one point.
Probably.
And then they ended up becoming actual heroes, the more good that they did.
Yo, word.
You should know.
I don't know, bro. Sure. The last Phase 5. What you think about Phase 5?
Let me look at my list again. Rethink, because there are some good things.
Yeah, definitely.
Hold on, isn't there an Avengers movie coming out too?
That's Phase 6, my boy.
That's Phase 6?
Yep. Yeah.
I'm excited for Blade.
Actually, before we might as well do Phase 6. They also announced Phase 6, but it's only 3 movies. The first one's gonna be Fantastic Four. The second one's gonna be the Avengers movie, The Kang Dynasty, and then the third one's gonna be Avengers Secret Wars. But yeah, so now we can talk about all of it. Which one do you like? Which one are you looking forward to?
So I am excited, even though Fantastic Four was done bad when they did that reboot. I am excited for Fantastic Four. A lot of people didn't like the original one, Like some people thought it was bad, but I enjoyed the original Fantastic Four, like the first movie.
I enjoyed them for what they were, but they were bad.
I am excited for Daredevil, of course, but now that she said that it's not Netflix anymore, I forgot all about that. It's kind of alarming, but I'm still excited for it. I am excited for Guardians of the Galaxy 3 because I love those movies, and I'm excited for Loki. Those are the ones that I'm excited for.
For me, I'm looking. Let me
I'm not excited about anything.
I'm trying to look at the list and trying to see. No, nothing. Not one. I know it's like,
so Kang's gonna be like the big bad for the Avengers.
Yes, the final boss. Yes. No, I'm not looking forward to any of these. But that doesn't mean I'm not gonna watch them, and that doesn't mean they're not gonna be good. You know? I feel like it's good that after Endgame, I put my expectations down because a lot of what they've been giving me has not been hitting, in my opinion. So it'd be dumb for me to be like, yo, yes, yo, Blade, yo, I can't wait for that to come out. Knowing what I know, and knowing how Marvel acts, how they have to go in the jump every 5 seconds, how they do movies, how they say even a couple directors, they're like, yo, like they don't really give you a lot of freedom to do what you want. You know what I mean? Like there's not a lot of creative freedom. And knowing that it's most likely gonna be building up to something else. It's like, and knowing that Blade doesn't really have to do with anything that's coming out. Like, you know what I mean? It's like I can't really be excited for any of these until I see like a trailer and I'm like, oh, that looks cool. But my excitement, that's gone. All of that is gone. But doesn't mean. But my excitement for DC films have been gone too. So it's like it's not like me being like, oh, fuck Marvel. It's just like the baseline of superhero movies. That honeymoon phase is gone, right? So me as I've been a comic book fan my whole life, so I was watching comic book movies when niggas wasn't watching that shit. Like I went to the theaters to go see Ghost Rider. I went to the theaters to go see the Incredible Hulk. Like I went like before niggas was watching that shit type shit. So like, you know what I mean? Like I've already gotten that. Like, oh, it's cool seeing that character on screen. I got that already. Now I'm looking for great stories, great, like, something to go beyond just the plain, it's a superhero film. Because it feels like they're just dropping a lot of shit and it's muddying the waters. Like, shit like Venom 2, like, shit like, fucking the Fantastic Four reboot, and like, shit like Thor, Love and Thunder, like, they're just putting movies out and
Eternals was ass too.
Exactly, that's another one. It's like, bro, the thought of me being excited for a superhero movie, that's dead. I'm excited to see great movies. Like I'm looking for great films. Like I know we keep on bringing it up, but like the Batman. Like I truly feel like that was a great film, regardless of if that had anything to do with Batman. You know what I mean? And I feel like I can't say the same with all of Phase 4. Every single one. Even Shang-Chi, even though that was my favorite out of Phase 4, even Shang-Chi has a lot of plot issues. So yeah, so I can't say I'm excited for anything. I'm just ready. I just want to see it. You know, I just want to see it. That's it. You know? I feel like because a lot of our videos are just like niggas just like, oh, this isn't that good or whatever, but it's like at the end of the day, we're looking for quality, not quantity.
Yeah.
I feel like that makes the most sense. And if you're just accepting everything that somebody feeds you, you're not gonna ever get anything better. Mm-hmm. And I feel like niggas swallowing everything that Marvel's feeding.
I wouldn't say it's like we're not getting even better. It's just that it's just not good. Like some of the things that we've been watching, it's like it's getting worse, it's not getting better. You know what I mean? It's not even at like the standard of like the other movies that we've seen before.
Yeah.
I would say it's going downhill in terms of quality of superhero films. But
that's what I mean. Like back in the day, there was let's say they were releasing 4 superhero movies and 3 of them were good and 1 was bad.
mm-hmm.
Now we'll look at 8 superhero movies and 2 of them are good and the rest of them are bad. How does that look to like the outside world where it's like, yo, I guess superhero movies aren't profitable anymore. Like let's just fuck off with superhero. Like I don't want. Like I feel like I've been privileged to live through this life where I get to be at the crib watching cartoons, but yo, that'd be dope if I get to see like a live action version of this. To grow up and see it, like I feel like I've lived a good life when it comes to like the content we've gotten. But now we're at the point where it's like, all right, eventually superhero movies are gonna go, and there's gonna be something else. So, and I feel like now is the time to really like let random movies drop, like Joker or like something where like it's just like its own thing, and then you give the creative freedom to the directors to do whatever they want with it. It doesn't have to be a part of no universe because like cause like all that shit. I feel like that shit is dying out real fast. But I don't know. Who knows? But that's the reason why I'm excited to see the future, whether that's Marvel or DC. Because with this Marvel thing, who knows? Like, I'm assuming it's not gonna end after Phase 6. They're gonna just keep on going.
Honestly, I want to see more from DC. To be honest, if I'm being honest, that's why I want to see more of.
Yeah. So, and I feel like they just recently said that like they're done with that Snyder shit. So I'm happy to see what could come from it. Like we have Blue Beetle coming out soon. We have a lot of movies, niche characters that I would have never expected to see on screen, that's gonna be my favorite part, seeing characters we haven't seen before, or characters that aren't just like instantly connected to like the big superhero teams. But I just want more good movies, not more movies. Dig me.
Glamour of wearing diamonds.
Diamonds bring
Status.
elegance and prestige. Their brilliance makes
Brilliance.